Carnival's Behind the Fun Ship Tour, well, it's officially back. We have dates and we have prices. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. All right, Carnival Cruise Lines, they had announced, closer to the beginning of the year that the Behind the Fun Ship Tour was going to be returning, but they didn't say when, they didn't say how to book it, and they didn't really give any pricing information for its return, and now they have given all that information, and I have it all to share with you today. So first, we're going to start off when it's going to return. There are two different return dates depending on the ship that you're on, and starting on March the 6th, the Sunrise, the Spirit, the Miracle, the Luminosa, the Valor, the Splendor, the Dream, the Vista, the Panorama, and the Celebration will begin doing Behind the Fun tours again. And then on April the 1st, the Carnival Elation, the Carnival Paradise, the Carnival Radiance, the Carnival Sunshine, the Carnival Pride, Carnival Legend, Carnival Conquest, Carnival Glory, Carnival Liberty, Carnival Freedom, Carnival Magic, the Carnival Breeze, the Carnival Horizon, and the Mardi Gras. They will have Behind the Fun started back up. And the tour is also going to be on the Carnival Jubilee. That will be announced as it gets closer to December when the ship does its inaugural sailing as to exactly when it will start on board the Jubilee. Now, if you do book the Behind the Fun tour, there are several different areas around the ship you're going to see. Now, remember, these are crew-only areas that you cannot normally access as a guest. And this will include areas like the main galley, backstage in the theater, the crew lounge, the crew gym, laundry facilities, the crew mess area, the learning resources center, the marshalling area, the environmental room, the storerooms, the engine control rooms, and the bridge. So that's going to be all of the different areas you will see on the Behind the Fun ship tour. Now, as far as pricing goes, there's a little bit of a range in the pricing, and that's really going to depend on the size of the ship and the different areas you're going to be able to go in and see. It is going to be different if you're on a large ship like an XL class ship versus if you're on a small ship like a Fantasy class ship. That's where you're going to see the difference in your pricing. It's obviously going to be less expensive for a smaller ship, more expensive for a larger ship. So it's anywhere between $55 and $95, depending on which ship you're on, and the tour can last anywhere from 2 to about 3.5 hours. Now, everyone who takes a tour is going to receive a Behind the Fun baseball cap, as well as commemorative photos, but there are a couple of restrictions. So no bags, no cameras, no recording devices, no cell phones, basically no photography, no video on the tour. Closed-toed shoes are required, and the minimum age for the tour is 8 years old. And if you're under 18, so between 8 and 18, so between 8 and 17, you must be accompanied by an adult. Now, one question I've seen a lot is, how do you book the Behind the Fun tour? Well, it cannot be done online. You cannot book the tour until you get on board the ship, and you have to go to the shore excursion desk in order to book it. Now, depending on the length of your cruise, it is going to be limited to one small group or maybe a couple of small groups per sailing. So, for an example, on a 3 or 4 day sailing, you will probably only have one small tour versus a longer sailing, which may have multiple small tours. But it is going to only be small groups. So if this is something you want to do, as soon as you get on the ship, go directly to the shore excursion desk in order to book this, because like I said, you cannot pre-book it online. And there you go. So that is the dates. That is the price ranges it's going to be. That is going to be the different things you will see on the Behind the Ship tour. And that's also where you have to go to book it. Now, one thing to do, keep in mind though, is this is in the crew areas. So it is not in the normal guest areas. So if you have any type of mobility issues with walking long distances, up and down a couple of stairs here and there, make sure you ask at the shore excursion desk before you actually book this to make sure there's no part of the tour you'll miss or something you would not be able to access. All right, and that is going to be our video today for Carnival's Behind the Fun. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day, and like always, we will see you out on the high seas.